teacher sketch they did way back in 2012, in which Key plays a teacher named Mr. Garvey that can't get any of his students' names right in the roll call.
Inner city, and pronounces all the white kids' names as if they were from the inner city as well, leading to a bunch of confusion.
When the students don't respond to names like Balake, D-Nice, and Aaron, it angers Mr. Garvey, who then yells at the kids about how the film is developing and had this to say.
We are in negotiations at Paramount to make a substitute teacher movie. 2 of our writers are penning it. Well, they're not penning it as we speak, but it's getting.
How could they turn that idea into a 2-hour? The fact that Mr. Garvey moves out of the inner city and becomes a fish out of water in this new suburban neighborhood, this would lead to all kinds of awkward and hilarious misunderstandings if written well. So.
Yeah. Duxbury, Wayne's World, Blues Brothers, The Ladies' Man, and MacGruber, just to name, where comedy sketches from TV have been turned into movies. So,
Key and Peele are also at work on a Police Academy reboot, as well as an untitled comedy alongside Judd Apatow that are due out in the next couple of years. I'm excited for a Police Academy reboot.
Yeah, they were saying they weren't sure if they would actually be in the Police Academy reboot, but they're obviously
They got to get Michael Winslow, the sound effects guy.
Gotta get him to come back. That's all he's out that we're actually, well, apparently getting a Bill and Ted 3 after all.
Oh, being excited for it all the way because A, has Keanu actually confirmed that he's going to be in the movie, interested in the idea, but he does that with old properties all the time. You could see this week's Nerdist exclusive where he jokes about wanting to be in another Speed movie. Having a really hard time figuring out how they would make a good Bill and Ted movie after 20 years.
Well, Bill S. Preston, Esquire, or Alex Winter had some new updates for the movie to answer at least one of his questions.
Yeah, in the interview with Yahoo, Alex said, Bill and Ted will be 40-something, and it's all about Bill and Ted grown up, or not grown up. It's really sweet and really fucking funny. But it is a Bill and Ted movie. That's what it is. It's for fans of Bill and Ted. It fits very neatly in the series. It's not going to feel like a reboot. The conceit is really funny. What if you're middle-aged, haven't really grown up, and you're supposed to have saved the world, and maybe, just maybe, you kind of...
It's answering the question, what happened to these guys? They're supposed to have done all this stuff. They weren't the brightest bulbs in the tree. What happened 20 years later? To answer that question in a comedic way felt rich with...
If the future's correct in the first movie, then we should just be seeing them as, like, kings and royalty in the future, having saved the world, so...
It'll be George Carlin obviously can't become Jupiter Ascending. It's the 3rd trailer with Channing Tatum. He's back to explain what the hell is going on in this movie by the people who created the Matrix franchise. This trailer's got a bunch more action and Sean Bean in it, which, if you combine both of those into one movie, doesn't really bode well for the man, because he always...
If it actually happens, so are you guys stoked for Bill and Ted?